I want to talk about sales and this fun picture, some stores my clients and I have been in over the years. Um, so let's talk about what attracts a buyer, okay? We all want lots of buyers. Human interest, a product that has a story. You know, like for example, my pinked bags had a story behind them that was part of a craft club, that I created this bag, you know, after sitting on it for a year, and it was inspired by a wrapping idea from Martha Stewart, and I kind of took it a step further and made this bag. I didn't have a charity that I donated to, or, you know, a cause that I was supporting. Bad Sarah. But that just wasn't what I was doing, you know. I had my story and I was sticking to it. And a pitch that tells them exactly why your product will benefit their customer, because it's all about what your product can do for them and do for their customer. Because if you're selling clothes, you want to tell them why people are going to look, you know, extra fancy, extra hot, extra skinny, you know, whatever the purpose of your outfit is, you want to make sure that the buyer knows that. And clear and easy to read order forms and catalogs. So this is a catalog, line sheet, catalog, whatever you want to call it. It's very simple. It's for a client of mine, and she has a story. She's developing a brand new, it's just about to launch, Jingai, which means pure love. It's a all natural and organic cosmetic brand made with organic champagne grapes and from the Napa Valley and all kinds of yummy things. And she just sent me, actually you guys have a lip gloss sample in your bag. I was gonna say, she just sent me one, but you have one too. And this is a very simple representation, but it's really all a buyer needs to see. I know it's kind of hard for you guys to read what's there, but it's just the picture and a simple description, and her one-to-stores would have wholesale and retail prices on it. She prints it at home on her own printer, you know, semi-glossy paper. Doesn't have to cost you a lot of money or be super fancy. You know, I never had anything professionally printed when I was doing $1 million a year. It's not going to make someone buy it because it's printed on better paper, in my opinion. And I made that for her too, by the way. These are my bags. And they had their story. And, you know, it's finding that heartstring, in a sense, that you're really is going to make people want to carry your product, because, you know, stores really have, you know, they don't just hang stuff on the bars and put stuff on the shelves and just kind of sit back and, you know, have a cup of coffee and wait for people to come in. I mean, they have to work it. You know, I don't know if any of you have ever worked as a salesperson in a store. I did in college. And it's hard, you know. I mean, I realized when I got into making my own line, that by me having a story and a purpose, it made it easier for the salespeople to sell your product. It gave them something to talk about to the customer, other than, oh yeah, that looks nice on you, or that smells good, or, you know, no, buy 2 of these necklaces because they look better like that. You know, if they can talk about you and your product line and where you're, you know, what your purpose is and what purpose it will serve, how it will make you better. You know, the gold is coated in something and, you know, has special powers, you know, whatever it is. It just makes it an easier sell. And obviously, the more the store can sell it, the more they're going to order from you. So, you know, your job is to really give them something to use as a selling tool. It's, you know, if you really just, you know, if you're not quite sure what that is, you're not really, you know, able to decipher that. If you know, sometimes you're a little too close to your own business and it might be hard to see those things. I would suggest asking friends, not family members. Family members tend to be people who want to protect you the most from yourself, and often will steer you in a direction that they want you to go in, and not one that's really beneficial for you or your business. You know, it's just a natural protection instinct, especially moms, you know, and dads too. You know, my parents thought it was the dumbest idea I ever had, starting a handbag line. And, you know, and they, you know, are like, you have a good job, you know, we're not quite sure what you do in the movie business, but you know, you're doing fine, right? But, you know, but they wanted to protect me because, you know, they both came from long lines of entrepreneurs. My grandmothers, my grandfathers, like you know, I'm like 4th or 5th generation entrepreneur. even though I never wanted to be one, and all my siblings are entrepreneurs too. So, and we all just fell into it. But, you know, so you really want to, you know, get your story down and use that to your advantage. I mean, you can find media outlets that relate to your story, TV shows that relate to your story, you know, news channels and think all kinds of things, newspaper articles, you know, you start to look at your, you know, watch your television in a different way and see how your story and your product might fit into something that you see on TV, and then you can figure out how to get in touch with that person. So doing sales yourself